Hi, I'm Maureen Wanjiru Semo, and I'm a businesswoman.
Hey, I'm Kevin Gerald Semo, and I'm a businessman.
And this is our dream wedding.
I was born in Kenya. I moved to the United States when I was 15, and I've been there almost the rest of my life, 15 years from now. At the time, I wanted somebody to be there for me, but at the moment, I was not sure if I'll ever get anybody. I was like, I'm getting old, will I ever get somebody?
And I got a friend request from him. You see, the number is on Facebook. So he called me. I'm like, the number was 0730 something. So that is Kenyan number. So I'm like, this guy is lying to me at United States and everything. In a way, I was mean to him. So I need him to see. He met me in bad terms. Yeah.
It was experience that I never expected that we got this further, at the beginning. But if we look now, we are, so.
As you have always been, be fearful to God. As always, I've trained you to be fearful to God. Always remember to respect your in-laws.
The drama with the relatives is the church. One of the women from his side is confusing everyone. His auntie, and we talked, and she told me that the problem is not any church. The problem is the mother's church. You get it? So I'm like, what is the problem with the mother's church? He's like, Luhya hawaendi to the mother's church of the lady. When they go to the groom's church. And I'm like, which is the groom's church? You get it? Kevin he lives in US. The groom's church is City Light Church in US. How can we go to the groom's church? And it was getting confused. And I got mad and told her some bitter words. But I was not so bitter. It hurt me because hataki kunielewa na hata mimi sitaki kumuelewa in any way. Maybe she would have a problem because I'm not Luhya. Now, I'm not saying it is, but I think that was my mindset. She's like, I like her, I don't like her. She's controlling Kevin, she's doing this, and I don't like the way she puts things together. So they are like, if you're not going to our church, we are not coming to your wedding. That's how they are. They don't want to come to the wedding because they don't like the mother's church, not even anything, the mother's church. It was too late. We would have changed the church, but they said it's too late. We had already started the process in Sharia house. Then that would not apply in any way, you see, because you cannot start running to Sharia house because of one woman who is saying that she won't come to church. So I called my mom. And she told me, kama hawatakuja wedding, wacha wakae. I called my uncle who acts like my father, and he said the same thing. So I'm like, Kevin, don't get stressed with your people. If you are not going to come to our wedding, then that's it.
If they could have came early and told us that they dislike where the venue is.
Yes, if they would have said on May when the wedding was supposed to be there.
That's what she said. But I told her if she had said in January, I could have never changed nothing. I have the right to choose where I want the reception to be, because I'm actually supplying every support my own self. And that's how I felt like. So whatever she said, is that they're going to change the church in May, to me, I felt like I could have done whatever I feel like doing.
That people from Kevin's side would be available. We had a plan B of Isikuti because we knew they had told us they are not going to come. But on Thursday, they said they are going to come and pick the bride. To our shock, there was no one. So the security did the job. They said they were late, and they came to church when we were already in, the bride is in, and the mass has already started. That's when we saw them coming to church. For the wedding on May, but her mother said that she won't. His mother said that she will not be available on May. We postponed the wedding to August. Get it? So when we postponed the wedding to August, she still said she won't be available because of some issues. We understand. So we postponed it to October. We postponed it to October. When October came, still she wasn't available. So we decided we're not gonna postpone the wedding again. She had to allocate someone to act as a mother to Kevin. Has brought me up as a single woman. So I decided to give her that opportunity with my mom only. I felt good. I did not feel that emotional until I had to cry. Actually, I had gone through too much. The relatives, Kevin's relatives had made me go through much. You see, as a bride, you're supposed to have a fun time planning your wedding and everything. But you see, the different in cultures. Kikuyu culture, Luhya culture. So I had too much in my head. So I did not feel that emotional, but I felt this is the time. This is the time I've been longing for.
It was a fun moment. I was happy to just see her coming down. I was like, okay, this is it. It's happening, and I'm happy to be in this moment. You know, it was something I was waiting for, and I was glad to see her walking down the aisle. I was like, okay, it's finally happening, and I was just happy. When they handed over her, I wanted to just grab a chain and just wrap her around me and never, lock the chain and just throw the key away and farther and just keep her there. I just felt like that we're finally here. Let's just stay here.
My mom giving me out to him, I was proud because my mom is one great woman. She supported us throughout the wedding. She just gave us her best, and we are proud of her.
And in bad, in sickness and health,
I love you
and honor you
and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
The vows were touching. They were really touching. And my tears were almost down, but I'm like, let me hold them. Yeah. I had cried throughout the planning and everything, but I had promised my God, this day I'm not gonna cry. Felt like I'm promising him things that will go in a lifetime. When we were not married, I tried to kana shida zako peke yako, but now we are together. We need to solve things together, na mashida zetu pamoja. So it was touching because we have to be together no matter what.
When I said the vows, I was ready. I wanted the world to know that this is what I wanted to do. I was ready I wanted the world to know that this is the woman I want.
I am the dowry, much for what?
I think I'm supposed to have the rings. You see, but the Luhya thing, the same Luhya thing, the same Luhya culture is like a guy from our side is supposed to take the rings down the aisle. You see, so I'm like, then stay with them from his side. So I'm like, stay with them, give it to your boy, and let him walk down the aisle. That was my part of the rings. But when he gave it to the best man, he forgot it. So we are here. The priest is asking, where are the rings? One. I'm looking at him. He's looking at the best man. And I'm like, God, you forgot the rings at home. And let me relax. And I'm like, the second time, where are the rings? No one is talking until the best man was like, let me get them at to the car. And he was like, he started directing people, and at least they are in the car. It was kind of, I was shaking.
Signing the certificate. It was feeling of accomplishment. I was proud of myself. I was proud to hold that Bible pen and just actually sign and go. You can never, even why that won't even get it out.
It's done. You're gone, and you're gone and gone and gone again. So I was signing that certificate thinking that, okay, hii ni signature yangu nimeandika hapa and I'm gone. So I did it so fast. Actually, I think I signed it more faster than all of them. So I did it so fast, and I'm like, I want this. You see.
When you want something, you have to, if you want something, you have to go get it. I decided, this is bad time, because, I'm getting old and, I'm not old, but, it's bad time. I just felt it was bad time. So I decided to just come to Kenya. It was on my birthday, and I got down on my knees, and I told her, Maureen, will you marry me? And she just fell. Like, she basically just fell. Like, I was like, what did I just do?
Not expecting an engagement that soon. I thought he would engage me a year, 2, not 3 months. It was a shock, a big one. Of the long distance. To be sincere, I was scared of the long distance, and but I knew it would work. One way or another. My mom, as she was giving me the gift, she talked to me again. And that's one thing I can never forget. She made me realize that I'm now a wife. I'm not a girlfriend anymore. And it was touching. And I don't think I can never forget that. Yes.
Asubuhi tulipomoa kitanda shika hui. Kwangu hakuna kita.
Wedding was supposed to be on May. Here we are postponing the wedding. It was supposed to be a garden, and we had already paid 100K for the deposit. So we begged for them to refund the money, and they are like, no, we don't do that. No, I had no wedding planner for the May wedding, so I did not know what would be best for the wedding. I just jumped into it, you see. But when she met the wedding planner, they were not, the wedding planner, yeah, they were not in good terms. The wedding planner was like, 100K is too much money to do a normal deco. You see, a normal deco. And she was like, I deal with the bride. I don't deal with wedding planners. The bride had seen the deco and liked it, you see. But I was not, I had no experience of weddings, how the deco should be done, how it costs, you get it? And I was confused, you see. But we just let it go. They have to do it one way or another. They agreed. We do on another garden, but they have to do the deco for the 100K.
I am Winnie Bosibori, a graduate of Wedding Members Business Academy. I am Maureen and Kevin's wedding planner. I came in when Maureen had already booked a garden, and then she opted to postpone and change the garden. When we went to the gardens to ask for the refund, they refused to refund Maureen, and I wasn't really in good terms with the person we were dealing with at that time. So we decided to just work with what they provide. But for me, 100K for a normal tent wedding was just too much, and whatever we were being given, I didn't feel if Maureen was getting value for her money. So since I had come in after the damage had already been done, I decided to just work with what will be given. From this experience, my advice to any couple is to get a wedding planner before you start getting vendors. This will ensure that you get value for your money and you will not be conned or you will not be able to lose your money.
In Kikuyu, we are not supposed to go and the rurasho with when I'm pregnant. It's a wrong thing. I heard that from someone. So I had to have the baby first, and then he would come to our home. The Luhya they don't take the dowry ceremony as the women are in. They don't negotiate together with the women. But myself, I'm brought up by a woman, no man around me. I'm brought up by a single mom. So they came and told my mom to walk out, told every woman to walk out. Mom was mad. The plans that are tufunikwa and everything, mom got mad and said, hakuna kufunikwa, anakujua. And the men stayed in and negotiated. But mom was hurt. Okay, it's the Luhya culture. They did a long thing because they have come to my home. They came to ask for a hand in marriage for me. If it was me going to their home, they would have asked for my men to negotiate without the women. But because they are the one who came to my home, they are not supposed to throw away women. You see, they are supposed to negotiate together. So that was not a good idea. I felt bad. My mom was mad, and I did not. You see, they could not tell me at that time because I would get mad and maybe cause a sin. So mom was, let me just shut up. And I'm like, okay, what is happening? But I could see it in her eyes. She was mad. And
my uncle was like, we are not going to say anything till all the women are out. And I guess, I was...
They negotiated with my uncles.
Yeah, and they said that since there's some things that we did, it seems we do not have enough, they call it goats or something. Have to have even goats and stuff. He didn't know all that stuff, so so we had odd goats, so we had to come back and add some more money, to
be even.
Yeah, to be even. When I left, I was not happy at the negotiation, but it was something that I had to learn. It was not something I knew. It was something I had to learn. If I knew that better, maybe I could have told him better. But it was something I was learning. So everything worked out, and everything. It was a fun experience for me. Dancing and all those stuff. It was a fun experience. I wish we came early. It was a wonderful experience, culturally, because we had Luhyas and
Kikuyu.
What I'm saying? It was just an awesome clash, because, it was just different tribal language, you know, different songs, different cultures, you know, and everything just mingled together. And it was, you know, it was a wonderful experience. I've never been in a dowry ceremony situation.
The Samantha bridal experience changed me, changed the view of the wedding that I had. The expo was good. I met sweet inspirations. Loved their cake work. I loved their everything, their decor for the cake, their stands. I loved it. Yeah, I loved the MCs. I had 2 tickets, so I had 2 gift hampers, and I did not share even one. I just loved them very much.
Not even
Yes.
me.
No, I couldn't give you anything. It was meant for girls. I was the lucky bride to be makeover, the hair. I loved the Lorraine bridal. You see, the gown. I was actually for a ball gown, but when I wore the mermaid, I felt like I need also a mermaid gown. It shows my shape. It shows my.
You felt better I was not around.
Yeah, I felt better I was not around, because if he could see me with the shape, with the gown, he would. I already saw her. You see, so he was not around, and I appreciated it. But you see, the gown, the Rolling, is it for Rolling? Yeah, I loved the way the mermaid shaped me. And I was like, I need also a mermaid gown. So I had to do 2 gowns, a ball one, my dream gown, and a mermaid one. Yeah, I loved the makeup, I loved the hair, and I was like, I need to do a draping hair. I was for a holding hair, but when I saw the draping hair, I went for it. Yeah, it was simple and awesome. Some of the lessons that I have learned is that do your things together with your husband. Cope with your husband. Don't, even if you're not getting support from the relatives, you see, this is a reunion between you and your husband and God. So you just do your things and God will bless you. Yeah.
Now, about family members and all those, you know, I really don't pay too much attention on that. You know, this is how I look at it. I look at it just me and the person that I love. You know, it's just the 2 of us. Even if we separate in the future, it's just going to be 2 of us. We're going to be hurt. You know, that's how I looked at it. So I never paid attention about my in-laws or my family members. You know, I just stick with what I know was better. I did the right thing. I knew I did the right thing, and God was with me, and I just kept with it, and that's all.